Hello, my name is Surreal Lemming.
And I'm Mogwai.
And we're bringing you another game from the Gentleman's Ladder run on the forums. Quick things, patch notes, one build 50355, as you can see in the corner.
Can I very quickly interrupt?
Oh, yes.
You'll notice that, guys, that the squares have gone. We now get circles. I'm still not happy.
You're still not happy?
Still not happy.
Well, screw you then.
Fair enough.
I'm sure that, again, there's a point of second pass they'll change eventually. I'm sure they'll change them how you like them.
Okay.
But yes, patch notes. Long weekend coming up in America because of the Independence Day. And so there's going to be very few patches coming out between now and next Tuesday, I believe. There might be one more, but very unlikely. It's mainly going to stick on here. They've made this build as stable as possible to last over the weekend. And it should be working fine. Hopefully it will be. And from that I'll be able to get some stuff. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a bug that means that this hasn't recorded audio. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up the next video though.
Brilliant.
Just some very quick things. Now they've got team chat, which is nice. Landing zones, they're trying to make sure that the players are spaced out more at the start, which is good. Metal spots are now required, as you saw. You have to put them on there. It snaps on, which is very nice. Just general fixes, and they've made T2 artillery damage. They dropped it,
right,
but increases splash radius.
Okay, now at the start of this, you may have seen in the chat, guys, which unfortunately did actually slow you very briefly at the start.
Oh yeah, I missed the base start because they were saying some stuff and I was trying to reply, but then it started. So yeah,
the chat mentioned that there are a lot of metal points. Do we think that just happens to be this map, or do you think, as we've discussed previously, they've increased the amount of metal because it's required?
It just seems like this map, to be honest.
Okay.
I think they have increased the amount of metal slightly on some things. Oh, that's something else I reminded myself in the video in the past. Radar's gone off Commander.
Oh, it's gone now?
Yes, they've taken it off.
Oh, that was really...
But he has got more HP and is slower.
Have you worked out how to do that overcharge ability as yet?
No. And that's a very good point. I should really try and work that out.
Okay, no worries.
I'm sure it's on the forum somewhere. I just haven't looked at it because I can't forget it's available.
And please remember, guys, that Lemming is he's got a lot of other stuff on at the moment. Although this is his channel, and I want that categorically stated, is his channel. In the future, I might do some games where he commentates. We're going to look at that at a later stage, aren't we?
Oh yes, yes. That one thing as well we forgot to mention. This is a 1v1v1. It isn't just a straight 1v1. So we've got 3 players all in a free-for-all with burntcustard and W12W. I apologise if I haven't pronounced your name how you like it, but that's how I read it. They are very good players, especially burntcustard. He's a teammate of the killer.
Ah, the infamous killer that defeated you in the last game.
Indeed, indeed. They play a lot of games, part of the realm. Again, very delightful people. Went on there, immediately got a game, which is good.
Yeah, and I recommend, guys, if you've got the alpha, jump on the Gentleman's Ladder. Everyone likes to be a bit of a gentleman, so jump on there. I'm sure you'll get a game very quickly. The
gentleman rules are actually being slowly weeded out as all the bugs are getting fixed, which is nice. So it's far more just like the standard game now. There's very few things that you can still break. Big change to my build. I got Scout first. Because there's no on the Commander radar. I decided to get that up to scout the metal points to make sure I don't get a repeat of what happened in the killer game where I send my first fabricator and just walk into enemy's base.
And you did a kind of little circle around this, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done a big circle around to look at the outside. Now I'm just going to circle and do a bigger circle.
And I'm looking at this. I do love your sexy pink with blue highlights.
It looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, I really do like it. I think pink is definitely your colour. So we've... what building factory have you gone for straight away?
Vehicle.
Vehicle.
I still prefer the vehicle because, like I say, it seems better for defence. Now the command has an attack that's a lot faster. I think it's less necessary, but it still works really nicely.
Because my preference is air. I don't know why. It's just always been something I've preferred. I'm still not seeing anyone as yet.
There's a reason you don't use air as first building in this. It takes twice as much energy as a bot factory to build.
So,
and the build speed is slower as well.
So in terms of getting that fab out, I'm surprised you haven't built on those 2 nearby mass points as yet.
There was a little bit of a mess up with the shift clicking.
Right, okay.
It snaps to the metal point.
Snaps to the metal point,
right. And you can see the one on the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm moving now. If it can't build there, it will still snap to it, but it will just stop because it can't build on that point anymore.
Okay, so there's...
So it just stops mid-queue.
Okay, and again, this is probably why you're going to notice a different play from the Gentleman's Ladder. You're learning all the time. And I mean, I saw in the last game how quickly you picked up on putting something in front of your artillery to protect it. It wasn't, as I would have liked, a wall. It was a tower, but still, you know, you pick up very quickly. So you're noticing these bugs on the fly and dealing with them, which is, you know, a really impressive level of play here, guys, and it's something that should be noted.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Rather than my derpy nature.
I'm very worried I haven't seen any players yet, so I've built a couple more scouts on with a single tank, because that'll defend against a large attack if it comes in. You know. Just spreading out, getting a lot more metal, trying to be a lot more proactive with getting my econ up quicker. Something else I changed as well is after I got my fabrication building. Factory. That's the word I was looking for. Factory.
Yeah, factory.
I built one more energy, but then I used my commander to get a couple more mass rather than just
showing us the bug on the sun.
No, actually, this bugged out slightly.
Right.
That's why I was out. I couldn't figure out how to get back in because I changed the controls around slightly. You no longer press comma to zoom in and out of Gatsby. You just use your scroll wheel.
Okay.
Which did get me at first.
Oh, yeah, but again, you reacted very quickly on something that's constantly changing.
Well, it was a good job I didn't have mics. I was going, huh?
What's going on?
Why is it not working?
What do I do? What do I do? The panic sets in, the adrenaline starts pumping.
I still haven't seen anyone as of yet.
Okay, that's a little worrying.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking, I must be on this side of my planet. I'll seize the opportunity to expand while no one's looking.
And hopefully they'll be fighting each other, and we can get a bit of a lead here. Now, I was about to say I don't know the results of this game. I don't want you to tell me. Let's go on, and we'll see what's going on.
I just wouldn't want to spoil it for anyone.
No, and yeah, I sometimes get an overview on games, guys. I sometimes don't. It really depends on how much time I have, how much time Lemming has. He's a very busy man, very popular.
I do run into a bit of a problem here, that I'm not used to having this much economy, metal-wise, because when they weren't the points there, I was just building metal
willy-nilly,
all over the place in amounts that I could guess. Yes, my commander is building, but the way he's just stuck in there a bit. He gets out. But with metal points, it kind of gives you like a structure to what you need.
Yeah.
So I'm getting so much more metal now than I used to. So much quicker, because I'm thinking, oh, get the metal points, defend them, make sure they can't be sniped.
Yeah.
I found one of the players.
Oh, we found a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, so my metal gets so high that I just don't have the production to use it.
Right.
I should have been building these factories. My commander's now building 3 air factories. I think I should have built those much sooner.
So within your standard build, as we call it, how are you going to be amending that to take this into account now?
I think I'm going to get my commander to build a bit more energy, push out fabbers out of my first factory a bit quicker by putting one of the fabbers onto it, and then looking to get 3 or 4 of a tech factory early on, whether it's air or vehicle.
Oh, we found a friend.
This is burnt custard.
Hold up. Did you just attack our friend?
No. I'm saying, just a scout.
Just a scout. I'm sure there was not a shot fired then.
Oh, the scouts do fire, but they do so little damage they'll never kill anything.
Oh, so it's more like a cuddle.
Yeah.
A friendly cuddle.
A cuddle cannon.
Yeah, cuddle cannon.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. Similar to the tickle cannon that comes with the Sentry in StarCraft 2.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. So I've now found both players. They're both a fair distance away, but I decided to move my expansion in the opposite direction.
Which, tactical sense, I like that. And you've got a good range on the planet now. I'm liking how much we've got here. And radar well spread out. You've got scouts starting to move. Is there a patrol feature as yet?
There is a patrol feature, but it doesn't always work very well. Okay. So I prefer just to right-click and make sure. And put enough shift-click commands and make sure I put the last command somewhere I'll check. So...
Fair
enough.
It's
easy enough to get to.
It's easy enough to get to. Okay, looking at the map, we've got an expansion there from orange to your right and towards north. Well, we should say towards the North Pole, really, shouldn't we? And you've got a lot of metal.
This is actually all orange. All this round here. He has got quite a bit, but I've also got quite a bit.
No, you do.
I believe at this point in the game we're about equalish on econ, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, no, that shows that you're definitely progressing your play. You've learned a lot from the killer.
I think he's got more factories than I, but I think I've got more fabbers.
Okay.
So I did have a quick look at the. There is a replay feature you can watch after the game, but only if you don't quit out the game, only for a small period of time. It doesn't work very well either. Right,
I didn't know about this because that's something I love watching the replays, watching VODs and things like that. Okay. Oh, we got an attack here. Is this bombers, scouts? What we got now? Scouts and bombers following up. So
yeah, I see there's lots of tanks here. I don't want them to push with this. So I'm not looking to thin out the number.
No anti-air tanks.
But yeah, tanks good AA.
Good AA.
So now I am
concerned.
Worried, yes.
And we start seeing turrets go down. We're still a lot of fabbers that are not being used there on the map.
Wow.
You've got one down the bottom, you've got one by the building that wasn't assisting, and you had one below it which was building.
Oh no, all the ones that are near there are assisting. It's just they might not look it.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't always look at. Actually, that one isn't saying it was assisting.
Right. Okay.
They do sometimes stop assisting.
So there is still those assisting bugs, which is possibly why we don't see as many players assisting as we assumed should be.
Yeah, he's taken out my forward radar there.
How rude.
And it looks like he's pushing, but I am getting a turret there, so I'm not that worried.
Oh, anti-air tanks. Yeah, this really needs to be sorted, guys. Uber, if you're watching...
They have nerfed them a little. They're still too good. There's no point building anti-air vehicles.
Yeah. And that's something we're seeing quite quickly, that the tanks are too multi-rolled at the moment.
Yeah, he pulls back here. I think he realises that he's not going to be able to push much more with those, which is fair enough.
I'm surprised by that, actually.
I had to tell his up. I think he noticed it.
Okay, fair enough. So you start going for economy snipe.
Yeah.
Which is right, yeah.
I think he's unlikely to have too much anti-air here. He does have a little bit, but I do still get 2... But I'll get like 3 or 4 more, I think, before he kills them all.
Okay, so how much economy is worth it to units nowadays?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Although, as it stands, I think just go for as much killing of economy as you can. Because the problem is, people aren't always going to be using their economy most efficiently either.
No.
So that could have been purely surplus.
Right, okay.
So it wouldn't have cost him anything. But
okay. I'm surprised you haven't taken more build capacity out. Okay, here's a push.
I have to skirt the edges because he does have anti-air, and I am very worried about losing too much to a push like this.
Oh yeah.
But he's takes out one of my metals, but I've got 2 turrets out there now.
Yeah, you're also way above in economy. You could push out a lot of factories here and still be fine.
Yeah, I am a little low on energy, but not.
I don't know, 1100.
11,000. That's only enough to run 11 fabbers.
That's
vehicle fabbers.
That's quite a lot.
Yes, it is, but it's you got up and down. You need energy to run your bombers and stuff because they take energy when they shoot.
Oh right, so because I've noticed there seems to be like an ammo counter on them. Is that?
Yeah, they take energy to regen their ammo as well as artillery does that as well.
Yeah, I knew artillery. I've been wondering about that little white line because again, guys, I haven't played this. I get most of my information from just watching these videos and commenting on them.
Yeah, so. Try and get some more stuff to put some stuff out and get some more factories up now. I pulled off build capacity from the air factories, so I'm going to go land now. I think going vehicles is going to be the easiest way to push into him because he's seen so much air, he's likely to have a lot of anti-air now.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen a couple of minties as well.
Now, you also build the vehicles quite far back. Is that to stop possible scouts?
No, I've built it so far back because I'm worried about him pushing with the force and taking out my front stuff.
Okay.
So I'm building it back just to protect it while it's building. If I built it more further forward, I could have probably got stuff to the front lines quicker. But I'm not so worried about the speed of that at the minute. Now,
you've slowed your expansion here, and I think that's something that that's going to be part of play as it develops. That is something you never stop. You never stop expanding.
Yes. I mean, I could have been... If I'd got out vehicle factories sooner, I could have pushed out more fabricators, which means I'd be able to. Right now, I can't afford the build capacity to do so.
Because you need units, because otherwise you're going to be too weak.
Exactly.
Could you have switched over to static defence? I'm surprised you normally get a piece of artillery up, especially if you have radar coverage. Ooh, he is quite big as well, isn't he?
He's got quite a few.
I think you're about equal, though, aren't you?
He has got his Tech 2 factory up already, though.
Okay.
So I decided to stop making so many of these and get some Tech 2. See how quickly those built, though.
Yeah, no.
You can build them out so quick. I should have got them up sooner. But I built 2 Tech 2 factories here. Unfortunately, I rotate them the wrong way round.
Wow.
But very easy to do when you're just doing it quickly. I think what they could do is putting like a big red arrow or red side on it,
showing the exit routes, showing the sort of rollout points. That's fair enough.
Because it can be a bit hard when you're just looking at the white wireframe sometimes.
Okay.
And try and do it quickly. It's like fighting with the controls again to put down some more turrets.
Didn't rotate them.
Didn't rotate it, no, but.
And again, I say these things. It's partly to help, and partly because I'm ashamed that I would be far worse a player, guys. So please don't think I'm being negative just for the sake of it. It's partly to help my friend, and partly because I'm jealous.
Got 2 little cheeky interceptors trying to start my Tech 2 bombers. He does actually get 1, but I've got anti-air there now to protect it. I don't at any point build any. I think I build 1 Tech 2. Air-to-air fighter, but I don't build any others.
Okay.
Because I think that if he's going to go max anti-air, I'm not going to try and go against him with it. I'm going to commit to land mid-game, and just going to stick with it and hope.
Okay. Is that a coin flip, or is that just a tactical choice?
Tactical choice.
Okay.
I believe that land on this thing is going to be very easy to push because there's lots of open areas.
Yeah, we don't see the major crags that we've seen. Oh, that's a beautiful.
I've seen that his Tech 2, he's building Tech 2 air.
Okay, so he's tech switching as well. So
yes.
You started off land and went in. Sorry, air and went into land, and he started off land and went into air.
By the looks of it, yes, because I think he's trying to counter my bombers to stop me sniping his commander, essentially. Okay.
And this has been a concern for us, the ease of sniping commanders, isn't it?
Yeah. I do something I haven't done before here, because I'm still not sure about how the system actually works with this, but my bombers didn't seem to attack. So I decided to build energy storage, because I'm thinking maybe there wasn't enough storage for them to attack, so it didn't. And I do something a bit silly here, because it wasn't rotating properly, I had to destroy one, but I accidentally keep the whole key held down for a bit too long, reselect my workers and build them up as well. So I've lost a few workers now, not great, so I have to pull these workers off to get another Tech 2 factory up.
And that slowed your Tech 2 down, which I know you'd be annoyed about.
Yeah, I've only got 1 up though.
Yeah.
So I'm getting some...
And you are producing a fair whack at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of forces there arrayed against him.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with how quickly I've managed to develop things in this game so far.
Yeah.
Even though I did build my stuff so late, I've still got a decent-ish army and a good defence up here, so I know you can't really push from what I've seen.
No.
And I have got quite a few bombers in reserve as well now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I see you selecting. Is this going to be an attack?
Yeah, the selection again is still a little awkward.
Now,
doesn't
I
always
wonder
work.
how defendable he is in this position. So,
unfortunately, I do something a little silly and think I'll soften up his front lines and then forget the tanks are good AA.
Yeah, so, and again, it's so easy to forget that simply because they shouldn't be. They should not be.
I do take out a fair whack of his tanks though.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when these tanks come in, because my idea was to try and keep these tanks alive for as long as possible, to counter any sort of land that he pulls in. I'm just trying to chip away at his front.
Chip away at his front. I think. Oh no, he's got some of the reserve.
Yes,
forces.
Unfortunately, he also was coming in for a bit of a flanking manoeuvre himself, because some forces coming from the other side to push in.
Oh, bit of a graphical glitch there.
Yeah, there are a couple of blurry things going on occasionally. I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't really affect much.
No. And you're not splitting as effectively as I've seen you before.
There's no need, there's no splash.
Okay.
At this point, I'm just trying to get away. Trying to get his units to come to columns into my concave, essentially.
Yeah. So
I get a lot more fire on fewer units, so I lose less. At this point, he's got more units than me just. So I'm trying to get good engagement on it. But unfortunately, he's managed to put his things in a really nice line.
Yeah, you've come in as a clump, which is a problem we've seen a number of times with the AI at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah, they all try to go to the same point.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not coming
anti-air tanks, guys.
He is, though, coming in within range of a turret at the minute. And I've got 2 more turrets back here.
Oh, that's going to make a big difference. This force is dead. Okay, that's great. So we've managed to hold off the counter, and he had to pull back his flank, which would have caused huge amounts of damage if that had come in. So we're actually not doing too bad. Tech 2's coming up. Tech 2 1 production's still great. I would have preferred a re-expansion of tech here. Economy. Sorry.
My economy is able to keep us up without any trouble, so I wasn't really worried about it till I built more fabrication factories.
Fair enough, but something we saw with Killer is that if you just keep pushing, denial of their economy expansion as well.
I've got no way of denying the expansion simply because I have to keep everything at the front. So even if you go went in to take it out, I wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay, I'm going to be honest, it's still something I would have liked to have seen, a continuing expand your economy, because we've talked about it before. If you can produce twice as much as your opponent, it doesn't matter how good they are as a player in terms of moving their units, they're going to die horribly. These Tech 2 bombers, this is not right.
It's not firing.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. But I've got Tech 2 tanks on the field now. Tech 2 tanks are incredibly good against Tech 1 tanks. I
really wish I knew why that wasn't happening. Because I feel that that's a bug rather than...
Yeah.
Because you have plenty of energy storage. Your energy's going down now, but you had it when that bomber was up. I don't think that's really particularly fair. Do you know what I mean? It's still an alpha. It's still an alpha.
Yeah. He's trying to push a little bit this way, but I'm not that worried about it because I'm doing a bit of a killing blow here.
You've definitely taken out some fabrication buildings.
I'm feeling quite strong, so I'm thinking that if he hasn't tried to protect this yet, he can't have much in the back.
No, this looks good. This looks like your Tech 2 tanks are really doing it. And Tech 2 tanks have really been one of your staple killer units, haven't they?
They are very, very good. They've got a lot of HP. They move fairly quickly and huge amounts of damage as well. I haven't got radar coverage, or much of, but I'm so deep into his base and not worried about much defence there.
Yeah. And... are we going to change? Are we going to see an economy expansion here?
No, I'm still trying to push out more stuff. Again, fighting with the controls a little, trying to select all these things to get the waypoint a bit further forward.
The rally point, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the initial push is done damage. Yeah. That is a significant amount of damage, guys. That was a lot of explosions there, a lot of debris on the field. You've pushed him back. He's lost his main attacking force. He's also got to worry about the third player.
I'm getting up Tech 2 artillery now as well.
Yeah. I think that's going to be majorly out of range, though.
It actually covers most of his econ in the middle there.
Oh, okay. So it's not just defensive there. That is an attacking posture.
I see these tanks, so I decided to come out with my bombers to snipe them, to make my ground attack a lot.
And those Tech 2s just aren't firing, are they? You've got no energy currently. Okay.
That's part of the reason I got the energy storage. But I don't know why my energy dropped. I think when they're refueling, they take energy out of your economy.
Right, okay.
And also, because they've given this new target priority thing, they seem to ignore direct orders sometimes.
Okay, but again, that will be fixed.
Yeah, it will be fixed, yeah. And even if it's not directly fixed by Uber, the great thing about this is that they're going to heavily support mods. So if Sorvian does the best job he can, which I'm sure is going to be great, but if he does the best job he can, but then someone comes up with a genius way of fixing something, it could be quite easily put in a patch when it's released.
Have the cost of the energy of Tech 2 artillery massively gone up? Because that could explain why we're having such an energy deficit here.
No.
Okay. Oh, whoa!
Yeah, my commander got sniped.
What?
I was a bit shocked as well. I was wondering why all my units died, and then...
we were doing... No! No, viewers!
He does still have quite a bit of a base, but I don't think he could defend much there.
The humanity! What? No! I'm in agony.
I'm looking around now.
You had a much bigger base. Look at that. That's all he's got.
It wouldn't be long. I was coming down that bottom flank. Yeah, I would have had a lot of his production facilities.
Oh, look. Oh.
He's got lots of Tech 1 there, but very little Tech 2.
I feel cheated. Now that... Is that...
So I'm scouting around, seeing what he's got, wondering what I could have done. Looking at my base, thinking, where could I have put my commander? For future reference, where would have been good? I wish there was some water nearby me.
Yeah.
But there's very little I could do against a snipe like that, bar just have lots of Tech 1 and Tech 2 anti-air, which he would have covered. So that was obviously his tactic from the get-go when he switched.
He just needed to hold you off, didn't he?
Yeah, and the other player's dead.
With another, that must have been another snipe.
It was another snipe. I talked to them in chat afterwards.
Okay.
It took me by surprise, that ending, but...
And again, you know that now. And viewers, we've seen how quickly Lemming adapts. I think that's something that you're going to work into your play at the mid-stage of the game.
Yeah, I have previously tried to hide my commander.
You have, and you've also built just AA around it, haven't you?
Yeah, I would need a lot more AA, though, to get us up. And I do think burntcustard, fantastic player. W12W, I didn't engage with him much, but he's a very good player as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I do think I would have had a bit of a chance if that snipe hadn't happened, or if I defended that snipe more precisely.
And if any of you guys watched the last video, and go watch it because it was amazing against Killer, you'll know that I'm never going to just say Lemming's amazing in a game if I don't think so. You know, if I think he's losing, I'm quite happy to say it. I really think you had that game. I'm going to be honest. The third player, W12W, had a much smaller base than you. You had the largest base, you had the most production, I'm pretty sure you had the most economy. You were already walking in with huge amounts of units.
I was again, talking to them in the chat afterwards.
Yeah.
Custard had a bit more economy than me. I think he was floating around 60 more metal. But not much more, and his production facilities were about equal to mine. And
I didn't see Fabbers on his production facility. You seem to be producing way more than him.
I was out producing land quite a bit, and I had tech to air. If I was stopped building bombers and I built
anti-air
instead, I may have been able to protect that and done better. But we shall see next time.
All right. Well, yeah. Signing out, guys. That was an amazing game. Yep. I'm just in shock still here.
Yep. I've been Surreal Lemming.
And I've been Morgway, signing out.
Signing out.